Controversial opinion, but if you have a token white and you're hanging out with your friend group of color, you need to ask permission from everybody in the group to bring your white friend. Like, don't just bring them. Ask for explicit permission from everyone, because just because you're comfortable with them doesn't mean that everybody's comfortable with them. I might not be in the mood to deal with white shenanigans that day. That's all I'm saying. And another thing, it feeds into their ego. Like, don't let them think they're a good white person. Don't give them that card to use against other people. Please don't do that.
Controversial opinion, but if you're somebody who's trying to set rules for a group of people, you must also follow those rules when it pertains to you. Oh, because you're a person of color and you have a white friend, you must ask us permission to bring that colonizer around us because we've been oppressed. We don't want them to feel like they can call us his diverse friend group. You have to ask us for permission to bring him around because we'll feel unsafe and we don't want to hear about his day of being a white man. Let's flip that. If a group of white people are sitting around having fun smoking that cocaine and one of them has a person of color as a friend, should the white people ask permission? Of course, one of you weirdos is probably going to say no because it's a black person and black people should be around all these different groups, and why would a black person or any person of color hang around a group of white people? That's just not sanitary in my mind because it's my controversial opinion. Y'all gotta understand, I'm tired of people trying to set these rules, trying to demonize a group of people, and yet when it's flipped, it's all a bunch of crying, it's a bunch of whining, it's a bunch of bitching, it's a bunch of moaning. I would suggest we all make sure everybody in the group is somebody we all want to be around, because if I'm hanging around with my friends and some random person comes up, they could be a criminal, they could be a crack addict. I don't know anything about them. So yes, the smart thing would be to ask permission to make sure that everybody's cool with this person coming in, because it's to guarantee safety. It's to guarantee people making sure nobody gets involved in anything they don't want to be in. It ain't got nothing to do with race. It got everything to do with safety. And if you want to jump around and say, oh, well, I don't want to hear about your white man day. Oh my God, I don't want to boost your ego as a white guy. Maybe nobody wants to have their ego boost trying to dignify who's going to be allowed in the friend group. Nobody wants to have all that. Nobody wants to gather around and be judge, jury, and executioner, all when it pertains to hanging out, going to Dave and Buster's, smoking, drinking, chilling, playing video games. I don't care about your diverse quota friend group, and I'm tired of Asian people trying to speak for every single person of color. I'm sorry, all of us don't hate white people. Yes, there are some of you that get on our nerves, there are some of you that are annoying, but overall, nobody really has all that time to be hating another group of people. And I would like to remind all you white saviors that would hear this and agree and say, oh, well, we should be making sure that we get permission from the diverse group of people of color. I would just like for you to understand, there are still some people on this planet who don't like you, who will never like you, who will always hate you, not because of the person you are, not because of your life experience, not because you're doing anything wrong. It's just because you're white.
So we all see what has happened with this Roe versus Wade situation. We already knew this was how it was going to go down. Dear white women, listen. You're only playing this if you value your life, is to shut the fuck up. Listen exclusively to black, brown, and indigenous women, femmes, and non-men. Throw every resource you have and use your privilege to back us in every way. You are a big reason why we are in this mess. From the day black, brown, and indigenous people made contact, were forced to interact with the colonizer, we have been fighting back. The freedoms we have now are because of our fight and struggle. And the reason why those freedoms are being taken away is because of you and yours. Like I said, your only play in this is to shut the entire fuck up and put everything on black. Bet on brown. Bet on indigenous. Put everything you got behind us. Move entirely out of the way and watch us fucking work. You owe us your life. Sings how you've put all of ours in danger.
When I was in Charleston, South Carolina last summer, I get into my Lyft, and the guy turned around and looked at me, and he said, "Lady," he goes, "I hate to have to say this to you, but if I get pulled over, you're just another black woman," and he's black, and he said, "Put your hands up, do as they say, do not make any trouble."
He actually told you that.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, dear God.
Of course.
To protect her.
To protect him and to protect me.
Where were you?
That's the
South
life
Carolina?
he lives.
And so-
that's his reality.
But that's
insane.
But
that's his reality, whether it's insane or
No,
not.
I'm not saying he's insane. I'm saying it
I
is
get it.
insane.
But what we're saying is this is America.
I want to ask also to stop acting shocked. So part of white feminism is acting so surprised when we
It's a
tell you.
surprise.
But it is. Why are you telling us not to act the way that we act if it is surprising?
So it might be within your best interest to hang around your white buddies, because overall, this new generation of people that's going around, they really don't like you based on the color of your skin, and they would get mad if you would hate them for the color of their skin. So just remember, as you're all being friends with one another, just be nice, just be cordial, and if you don't like somebody, don't hang around them anymore. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see y'all in the next one. Goodbye.